This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. We got the big bear rolling there today. Now the CPI number came out today, and wow, inflation is screaming up. So there's no way the Fed's going to be cutting anytime any soon here. I don't see it here. I mean, that inflation was way, way high. So tomorrow, remember at 8:30, the PPI number. So producer price index. So we got to see how that's going to shake out business wise. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, we're going to look at a couple of aluminum stocks. Century Aluminum, and Alcoa. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell any stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, now here we have Century Aluminum and we have Alcoa. Now, again, we got these trade, you put on 25% tariff going on here, okay? So, we got to figure out on how do you make money off it, and that's the key. And I think the ones that are going to benefit from this is this Century Aluminum and Alcoa. Now, later today here, we will do the steel stocks. They've got Steel Dynamics and Cleveland Cliffs and Nucor. I think these are going to benefit here very, very nicely. Now you can see, okay, once we got into this, we got a bottoming situation here, and now look where that 8 day is rolling right on up here. And then we had a couple of topping tail candles here, so we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now we had a little bit lower here, low today, but again, what you got is you just remember here when you got overall market sells it off, usually everything will sell right off with it. Okay, so what we want to do on the upside, take a look at that first. We want to look at the top of this candle here. Okay, that's at 24.49 level, and then we'll come over to the top of this candle. You've got 21.90, and then we have your retest up there at that 22.92 level. Now, if we get above that, we just bring this price channel right across here. You're looking at 24.22, and then your retest at 25.39 level here. Okay, so you can see here, well, we have a nice W pattern going. So it needs to break out, and then if it can close back above this midline at that 21.49, then she can rip very, very higher at that 25.39 very, very easily. Now, on the downside here, really let's watch the key levels here. It's going to be that 1984. There's your 50-day, and then we have your 8-day at 1950. Then we have 1932, your 21-day, and then we have 100-day sitting at 1918. So everything is sitting right here as far as the support. So as long as that holds, this here could be possibly a really nice, good run right on up here. We got to see how all those tariffs going to shake out here. Now, you look at the RSI here, we got to that pretty close to that 70 mark, and she's pulling back here a little bit. But your green is still over your red, shows momentum there to the upside. So as long as we can hold this 8 day as it's curling up here, this is still looking very, very good. So watch that 22.92, and maybe you could break that and head towards that 25.39 level. Now, here's the Alcoa. You got the same pattern. See here? We got the same W pattern. Now, again, what we've got here, let's look at the downside here. Okay, so you want to watch that 36.68. That's going to be key support, and that 8 day at 36.19. That's going to be very, very key support. It needs to hold that 8 day on a closing basis, and so far we're looking here pretty good. If that's lost here, we'll come right down to the bottom level here, 35.32, and then we're going to come down here at that 34.33, and then we go to the left here, 34.04, and then we have that retest at 33.42. Now, the upside here, as long as we hold that at 21 day and that 8 day, then we can start hitting the top of these candles here, 37.60. We got this 37.84, and this is the one that you want to watch out, is that 38.10. That's that 200-day and that 50-day sitting right there. I'm just going to bring it in for you at 38.32 level. Now, if we can bust above that, we have that 100-day here. Sitting at 39.77, but really your target is going to be that 40.62 on the retest, and that's going to be where we have this neckline coming in right in here. Okay, it's a little bit on the slant, but we can break that, and then we can head towards that 40.62. Now we can pop above this level here. You can go look at here. Okay, see how nice this is? You bring that price channel across. Now we've got 44.74. We bring this channel here across here. You got 46.62, and then we have a 47.77 level here. So I just think these two here are going to benefit here on those tariffs there coming from. They put that on the on China and all that. I think these American companies here will benefit very, very nicely. Okay, let's take a look here now at Bitcoin. Okay, here we have the old Bitcoin daily chart. Now, it's not really doing much here. You can see here this 8 SMA. Okay, see how that when that price gets below this, I said this a million times here, it's just you're fighting it the whole way. However, this descending wedge slash bull flag pattern is still holding very, very much intact. Okay, now you can see here where this price channel here has now moved up to the bottom of that candle there very, very nicely. So we put in a lower low here. We have like an indecision candle, but again, when you have the market selling down 400 points, on the Dow, everything's going to get hit, kind of a situation. So really what we're looking for is a catalyst to move this higher. Okay, so let's look at the downside here first. You want to watch that a 94,285 level. Okay, so this is the candle that we're watching right here, 94,550 level, and then your next level here is going to be this 92,745. We have here at 92,350. And then we're going to watch that price channel, 91,455, which is basically just the bottom of that candle. If that's lost, then here's the retest at 89,525, okay? Now, if that's lost here, we got the old Hondo right here sitting at 86,426. But I always want to point out here, we have this gap and this fill kind of a situation, okay? So you have that gap all the way down there at 86.70, and then we have that fill sitting there at 77.93 if this gets hammered, and then we have that 200-day down there. Now, upside here, just very, very easy. You just have to get above this 8-day. This is the key right there, 97,596. Okay, you have to get above it because you can see how much pressure is above. But as this spreads on down, just like what we had here, a lot of times once you start getting away from the rest of the simple moving averages, what happens is it comes on down, it bottoms, and then it starts going gapping up, and then we can run it right on up. So we got to see if that's going to play out again. So you want to watch at 97,599. That's going to be very, very key. And then right above it, your next resistance is going to be 99,381, and then we have 21-day here at 108.07. But as long as that price is below that 8-day, you have a sideways to down action. That's just reality. Now, we got a 43 here on the RSI here. There's no divergence. There's no nothing. It just is kind of a sideways, kind of like watching paint dry here, okay? So what we have here is you have your green below your red. There's really nothing here, but what I like about this is right at the bottom, just like we had here. So we get any kind of a catalyst here. This can blow up here very, very nicely. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have the old crude oil. Now, when we have this inflation here, that's never really good here for the oil because this will be coming right on down here pretty hard. Okay, so yesterday here we were looking for the top of this candle here. Okay, so as this rallied up here, what we were looking for is the top of this candle. Obviously, we went higher. Then we're looking for the top of there, and then we're looking for the top of this candle going on right here at that. What do we have here? Okay, so you got the 71.94 level. What do we get here? We had 73.68. Okay, and then we had right there is 73.84. Sorry about that. Okay, so it didn't quite make it there, but that was a resistance. Now you can see where it pulled back. Okay, so today we have this red. It's not engulfing because we didn't make a higher high. We just made a lower low, and this looks like it's lower. However, here's the key. On a closing basis today, because it's still way early, you need to close above this 72.21, okay? So you can see right now we're sitting right at that 71.94, that 8 estimate. But what about the 8 estimate? You cross that 221-day and the 50-day here now, and now she's heading lower. So this could come all the way on down. We have to see. So this is like I told you yesterday and the day before, this is trading, okay? Same way with this. This is trading. This is not a buy and hold kind of a situation here. Now, if we lose this 8 simple moving at 71.94, then our next target is going to be the 71.40 is your 100 SMA, and then we'll look to the bottom of this candle here at that 70.84, and then your retest at 70.43 level, okay? Upside here, you just want to watch today's high. That's 73.22, and then we want to watch yesterday's high. That's going to be key, 73.68, and then we have your 74.13, your 21-day, and then we had your 74.33 on your 200-day. Now, the EIA report came out yesterday, was very, very bearish for crude. You had a build of like 9 million barrels. Today on the EIA report, you had a build of like 4 million barrels, but gasoline, now you had a good draw, 3.5 million barrels here on gasoline here, okay? So we got to see how that's all going to shake out here. And then you had a small build in Cushing, and your production was the same. I'll have all those numbers posted for you after pit close for you. But realistically, you had a pretty good draw there. I mean, pretty good build in crude and a good draw in gasoline. And this list was pretty flat kind of a situation. So right now, there's really not much you can say here. This is just a trader's kind of a situation. So I jumped right back into that SCO again, and I got to stop there, sitting at $16. It's sitting at 16.31. So we got to see how this all shakes up. If this is going to reverse and go back up, or if it's going to keep right on rolling. Now, if we lose this 70.43 level here on a closing basis, then I'll add to that short position, because then we have all these levels here that we bring across here, and this would be a really nice scalp short all the way on down. You can see 46 is nowhere this is overbought or oversold. You got plenty of room on the downside. And the same way here, it was trying to curl up here, but nothing. Okay, she's still flatlined here on the old green below the red. Okay, natural gas here. Now she's kind of creeping up here because of the weather. We have really bad weather because usually natural gas would be selling off right now. But the weather here is pretty cold. It's like 12 degrees here where I am. Ski resorts are digging it. I mean, they're just loving it. They got snow right up to the eaves of a house here now, you know. So what we got here is we're hanging right around that 50-day. Okay, so this is what we want to watch, that 3.52 level, and then right above it here, what we have is we have that 21-day at 3.59. So this is going to prove a big resistance. However, as this 21 days coming down and that 8 days coming up, something's going to give. You're going to either going to bust up or you're going to bust down. So I give us a little bit of time, and one way or the other. So if you bust up, here's going to be your first target. 3.72. There's your second target at 3.82, and then we come 3.91, 40, and then 4.05. Okay, so those are going to be your upside targets here. Now on the downside here, this 8 day is going to be everything. You need to hold that on a closing basis, 3.38. If that is lost here, we can just follow these candles down. Okay, so you got 3.35 level, we got 3.29, and then we come down here, you got 3.16, and then here's going to be your target at 3.13 and then 299. That is your big retest. If that's lost here, we have candles, yeah, but realistically, you're probably going to hit that 200-day very easy. But right now, okay, we got an upward sloping, but what we also have here is an ascending channel, okay, not a descending channel, okay, like we have like on Bitcoin, which you have a good possibility of a huge percentage rate that's going to go to the upside, where this is usually going to come here to the downside. Okay, that's what I got for every back here after pit close. Take a look at Bitcoin, crude oil, natural gas. Now, Tesla went right down to the gap fill there today, so that was a really good scalp. NVIDIA scalped 2 points off of NVIDIA there today. So anytime you get these sell-offs, okay, always look for opportunity. Don't look at, oh, geez, this is a sell-off thing. Just step back and think about as a trader. Okay, how do I make money in this market? That's what all you care about is that. Okay, we don't care about anything else. There's no opinion here, no feelings, none of that nonsense. Okay, all you're doing, no excuses. Okay, you just look for opportunities, and that's what I did. So far, the scalping's been pretty good. Actually, the IBIT, that was a good scalp here too on the long side on Bitcoin. So there are opportunities. You just have to go and find them. Okay, trade what's in front of you. Not what you want.